you're on.
Hello and welcome, gentlemen. Please talk first. Let me make sure
What?
we can hear your sounds.
I'm so confused. I don't understand.
It's okay.
What?
Ladies and gentlemen, you're joining us in a confusing state. Matt,
No.
sound check.
We're live?
We are live, but we need to do a quick sound check before I do our usual introduction. And it was great timing that Juice was
Would you say this is a
at the
test?
same time. We are good. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another night of the SharpSHOOTers. As always, we are your hosts, Juice, Matt, and myself, Danny, and we are in for a very unique night. We are doing a couple of new segments tonight. We are opening the show with a very confused Juice. I'm not sure what. We will find out in a second. But tonight's rundown, we will be going over our Clash at the Castle results. We will also be going over This Week in Wrestling and doing two new segments that Matt has introduced. We have Embrace Debate, or I'm sorry, 2 out of 3 falls, and What If. So we're going to be doing some new segments tonight with some new scenarios. I hope you're all ready for it. As always, we first start off with our trivia of the week. Whose turn is it?
It is me.
I know. Juice, what we got?
All right. The Owen Hart Cup is upon us. The brackets were revealed last night. And with that comes this week's trivia question. Who is the only wrestler from either bracket that has been in all 3 Owen Cups?
Only wrestler that has been in all 3 brackets.
Only one wrestler has been in all 3 cups. Who is it?
I have a feeling it's one of the men. I just don't know which man it would be. I wanna say. Fuck! I'm between Pack and between Pack and Phoenix, and I just don't know which one. I'm gonna go with Ray Phoenix, and I feel like that's wrong. I feel like it's Pack.
Okay. Matt?
I will go with. I'll leave my thoughts out so I don't get in trouble. I will go with Nyla Rose.
Hey.
I was like, what are you talking about?
So the correct answer is Willow Nightingale.
Damn it.
Damn.
She's the only one that was in
She was
all
in the
3.
first one?
Yep.
I figured that would be for her time.
Nope. Well, I mean, there's only been 3, so 2022. By that point, she was already kind of rolling.
Yeah,
She was getting
fair.
started, you know. Yeah, Willow Nightingale.
Damn. All right, good one, Juice. All right, so Juice
I had a
gets a
feeling it
point.
was in that bracket.
I really thought it was the men. I don't know why.
Phoenix did 2 of the 3. And Pac, I don't remember, but Phoenix did the first year, and he didn't do year 2. But year 1 was bigger for both brackets. So
Fair. Makes
Yeah.
sense. So, out of curiosity, when we opened the show, you were very confused about a comment that was made off air. What was the comment made, and what confused you?
yes, okay. So I need to know. I don't know
Yes.
if you guys were trolling or not, but you both made it sound like you didn't know. But Juice Robinson's been back for like 2-3 weeks now.
Yes. Yeah, I thought I corrected myself, and I said he was hurt, not that he's still hurt.
Okay.
That's where
But I'm sorry, just the way you both made it sound, you were like, "What's going on with that guy?" I don't know.
Yeah, he
And
came
I was
back
like,
at the pay-per-view.
Yeah. Okay, I'm making sure I wasn't taking crazy pills because both of you were talking like, yeah.
I was very serious.
Well, Juice Robinson has returned. He is back.
Juice Robinson is back. Yes.
Yes.
The Bullet Club Gold is complete again.
Yes.
Are they still the Bang Bang?
They're both.
When they're doing just trios, they're the Bang Bang Gang, and when they're all 4, it's the Bullet Club Gold. Come on, Matt. Wake up, bro.
Guns up.
All right, so this week we are doing 2 new segments, as we said before. We're going to start with our first one, which is What If? So, Matt, if you want to explain, if you want one of us to explain, but it was your baby, so I'll let you take the reins.
Thank you, Danny. So there's the common phrase that goes around wrestling fans globally What if this was booked that way? What if this guy didn't get hurt? What if I stopped watching and have no idea what's going on? There's so many what ifs out there in the world.
He's
I
right.
thought it would be fun to revisit maybe once a month on a topic that what if this went different? How would my life be changed? Would I be a millionaire if that guy won the title? Probably not. But I don't know. So this week we're opening it up. A good one. I think you guys will be excited about this one. What if Test never died?
There was a little bit of an audio cue on that. If anyone at home got the same thing, it is what if Test never died.
Wow, Test, the great Andrew Morton himself. All right. Well, Matt, I don't know if you'd like to go first, if you'd like one of us to go first, but you all have scenarios that we've created that we can share.
I'm gonna volunteer to go first because I feel like your two are gonna be better than mine. I'm not gonna lie here.
We don't know. Who knows? Let's see.
So
all right.
unless Matt really wants to go first, I'll volunteer.
No, all you, sir.
So I've been thinking about it, and I'm like, all right, what if Test never died? What would be different? And then I started thinking about Test's career when he did die. And I hate to say it, guys, what if Test never died I don't think would change anything in wrestling history. All right? At the point that Test died, unfortunately, the man was, I'm pretty sure, not even on TNA anymore. I'm pretty sure he was released from TNA. I think he was like an independent. And at that point, WWE already had their run with him. I don't know if he would be coming back for anything special. Maybe a little gimmick battle royal here and there. Maybe on Raw 1000, him and Albert could have done a little TNA thing with Trish. That would have been a nice little
Lord Tensai,
or at that time Lord Tensai. Maybe they could have like changed him. So that stuff would have been, would have been cute, would have been nostalgic. But besides that, what if Test never died does not change my wrestling life personally. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry for the boring hot take.
Test.
Wow.
Test. This is a test. Can you
see
me?
You. I see you. I hear you.
You're here. You're with
I'm only 7 minutes late.
Technically, you've been here.
Welcome to the SharpSHOOTers, everybody.
Episode.
What if your computer worked?
Yes.
All right. So that's my what if. I apologize again for being boring about it, but I don't know what else you guys came up with.
I guess I'll go. Save Juice for last, because I think he's got a smoking gun up his sleeve.
Who knows?
What if Test never died? First of all, his theme song would have been in the top 100 greatest theme songs of all time list. That for sure would have happened.
Just top 100.
Secondly, we'd all be talking about Papa Test sitting in Gorilla right now after he marries Stephanie.
Wait, hold on.
Papa Test, baby.
Triple H married
did it
Stephanie
again
when Test was still alive.
Steph would have gone.
She would have awoken. She'd have been like, "I've married the wrong guy."
Awakening. She would have crawling back. Yep.
That marriage wasn't even real. I still don't know why it's not annulled. She was passed out in a Vegas drive-thru.
He's right.
That is true.
So we'd be all like, Papa Test did it again. The Wyatt Five. Here they are. Thank you, Papa Test.
Square Spectrum said test of the emergency broadcast system. I think he's not understanding the test.
I think they would be playing Test music instead of that stupid annoying siren every time they were testing it out.
Nobody would take shelter. They'd just be listening on their TVs.
They'd just be like, do.
I'm pretty sure we would have gone back to the moon too by now if Test was still alive. The things are endless of what would have happened if Test was still alive.
Wouldn't have stopped the space program. Okay.
So we're not even talking about the world of wrestling anymore. We're talking about the world.
Test goes
Nature's,
beyond the world of wrestling. Don't you understand?
nature's,
I did not.
nature's healing,
Clearly,
Daniel.
I did not understand the assignment. I'm so glad you guys.
TNA. Test
Ripple
and
effects.
Albert. Greatest tag team of all time. They would have been the greatest tag team tournament also. Snub after snub because Test,
We did snub them off the tag team.
unfortunately, left us early.
All right.
Shame.
And I digress.
All right. So
Alright.
two very different takes on if Test never died. Let's see what Juice has for us.
Okay, guys, I'm about to paint you a picture. I went down a rabbit hole here with my scenario. It started out as one thing, completely devolved. Stay with me on this. All right, let me cook. So, August 2008, Test has had a successful rehab under WWE guidance. He went to them, wanted help, got his help. Comes back September 2008, Unforgiven. He wins the ECW championship in the scramble match against Matt Hardy, Chavo, Finley, and The Miz. ECW champion. Because of this, now ripple effects. Matt Hardy, Jack Swagger, Christian, Tommy Dreamer, all never win the ECW title because Test is champion for months on end. Dominant reign, record numbers, top babyface, getting all the merchandise sales. Everyone loves the story. It's the comeback. Paired up with his real life girlfriend, Kelly Kelly, is with him on TV now. Kelly and Test are running things. Everyone loves it. They begin to do better numbers in SmackDown. People take a notice. All of a sudden, WrestleMania comes around. It's Testamania, baby.
Oh my god.
Testamania's running wild. All the testicles. They're having a field day. This is their year.
You made Matt leave.
He's here. He's still here. I know he's listening. He's vibing. He's giving me the snapping the fingers. Test takes on Jack Swagger. Everyone thinks Swagger of all people is going to win. Doesn't happen. Test beats him at WrestleMania. Gets the win. Now we move on. We fast forward to July 2009. All this time he's been champion. We're coming up on like a year now almost of being champion. We get to Night of Champions taking place in Philadelphia, the birthplace of ECW. Vince McMahon decides, because of this run and feeling threatened by ECW, what it's doing to SmackDown, he's rebranding ECW into WWECW. It's happening. The long-known name that it was anyway on the internet, he's making it that name. Test, not feeling really comfortable with it, doesn't really want it to happen. He goes to Vince, suggests maybe we shouldn't change the name, keep it what it is. Vince says no. Vince doesn't like that. So now it's Test versus Christian, Night of Champions. What happens? Christian beats Test, wins the ECW title. Everyone's in shambles. They're booing Christian, biggest heel of all time. What happens after that? Not even the next morning. Test is fired and released from the WWE for speaking up to Vince and saying that he thinks that it's a bad idea doing what he's doing. Everyone's freaking out. Everyone can't stand it. Kelly's disgusted. She walks out of the WWE because of this. No Kelly now in WWE because of this. She never wins the Divas Championship. Maria Menounos never shows up at WrestleMania. Doesn't wrestle. No one knows what they're doing. And then during all this, we all have to remember Mick Foley, his contract ended around this same time. So now what happens? Test and Kelly go under the radar. Mick Foley goes to him. He hears what Test did standing up for ECW. Mick Foley gets a bunch of legends from ECW to come together, talk with Test, say, hey, we're here for you. We get it. We appreciate what you did. But who's in that meeting? Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman's in that meeting, who's not with WWE at this point. He hasn't been with WWE in like 3 years. He goes to them and says, you know what? It's time we stand back up and we fight against Vince. So what do? They go to Dixie Carter in TNA. And when they go to Dixie Carter in TNA, they make an offer to invest. Dixie Carter takes the deal. Because she takes the deal, no Eric Bischoff, no Hulk Hogan. They don't take the deal. They're not in the picture anymore. So now we're looking at a whole new ECW. A whole new TNA. A whole new TNA. Thank you. We're cooking here. Let me scroll. I'm going. Brought on as creative consultants. Because of this, the move to go into Monday nights when they go live up against WWE Raw is a success. Everybody, it's gangbusters. Paul Heyman's behind creative now. They're winning the Monday Night Raws, the wars. They're back, baby. Raw's losing. WWE's in shambles. They're so desperate that Vince brings in Bischoff and Hogan. Bischoff and Hogan go to WWE. They start doing all their creative bullshit there. Everything starts falling apart. It's like WCW all over again. Vince McMahon can't handle it. We have the new TNA. Test is there with Kelly Kelly. He gets a world title run. Everyone's rejoicing. And then who comes in? Albert comes in, takes on Test. They get a whole feud going. Test and Albert. It's an epic best-of-7 series. And they reunite at the end. They hug. They become tag team champions. Everyone's losing their mind. Test and Albert. With this, Trish Stratus jumps ship. Kurt Angle never goes back. Sting stays. Styles never leaves. Billy Corgan never joins. Everything is great. It's amazing. Dixie Carter never gets creative control. And because of this, with Heyman and TNA, Brock is never as successful in his second run. Punk never has Heyman. No wise man. Roman never turns heel. No tribal chief. Taker stays undefeated because Brock never gets over without Heyman. Bars never form because Foley isn't there as commissioner, so no Sheamus with Cesaro. No 24/7 championship is ever formed because Foley isn't there to make it so as commissioner. Kelly Kelly happily retires in September 2012. Test retires alongside with her. They go off into the sunset, enjoy their life. And then what happens 10 years later, 15 years later? I don't even know the math. I'm just going here. Test gets a phone call from who?
The president.
Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes, the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, Adam Page. They come to Test as their legend to form AEW.
So no
they
Chris
never go to
Jericho.
Chris Jericho. No Chris Jericho in AEW. Test is the first ever AEW world champion, makes history. And he's still going today on his legacy run with no learning tree in between. The end. Thank you. Clip it.
Clip it. Question has Test lost the title since winning it since being the first champion up until now?
What, in TNA?
No, in AEW.
He's been dead.
Oh, in AEW? Yeah, he lost it. He lost it to Mox eventually.
Just
Let's not go
curious.
crazy.
I wasn't sure if he had like an historic first run of
No. Let's
5 years.
not. It was the inner circle still happened with Test, and then we had the Test Appreciation Society. It's fine. It's all good. There you go. All right.
Wow.
That's the respect Test needed. I feel good about that.
That's what.
See,
that's
now,
what you
Danny-
should have done.
Danny, that's how you do a what if. That's what happens.
Yeah, no,
Something changes.
I'm
Ripple effects, baby.
I'm severely disappointed in myself, and the next what if I
Yeah.
really had to step it up severely.
I'm just saying. Look at all the things that happened just because Test lived, man. Good
That
for
was
him.
wild.
God bless him.
That was wild.
Take your
You
undefeated.
could have thrown in WWE is exclusively in Saudi because they needed the money.
Nah, see, at that point, you know, they probably still would have gone. They would have gone to TNA first, and they would have said, Heyman would have said, "Fuck off." But
That was crazy. That was ridiculous.
all right, I'm gonna take a breath.
So that is our first installment of What If. One of us
that
came
was-
to play, the other two did not, as you can tell. So we need to step it up next time, I think, because that
I had us walking on the moon. What are you talking about?
yeah, you're
I didn't know what this was gonna be, so we all did our own thing.
no, that was awesome. That was great. I'm not
I envisioned a greater society because of Test being alive.
Flying cars.
All right. After that, I think we all could use a short break. So let's run an ad now. We'll come back. We'll do our next segment. Take a little breather, everyone. Stay with us, please. Take this time to subscribe.
Down below.
Que no nos separe, 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 que no
But
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Hope you guys had a nice break. In that time, I hope you guys took the time to subscribe. If you did not, you can go to gaming.amazon.com and use your Prime account, if you have one, to subscribe for free. So that means we get money. You don't have to pay for it. It really helps us out. You can also click on the link tree below for any old episodes or for our socials, all right? With that being said, we are coming back to our second news segment of the night, also from Matt's brainchild. So, Matt, take it away.
I'm sure many people out there watch ESPN and that stupid stuff in the morning, where it's like a debate show every time, and we're like, you know what? People love it. People love to debate. People love to pick sides. So we're thinking, why not? Wrestling, they got a match called Best 2 out of 3 Falls. We could do the same thing here, minus the pinning. So we are going to bring to you guys...
Fans are excited for this.
Oh,
That was a rowdy crowd.
That was a rowdy crowd. So basically, we're going to have some good debates here, some good time to embrace some debate. We'll have a topic. This first time we try this, I will be moderating. Danny and Juice will be giving their points of what they think. Maybe they agree on something, but maybe someone has a better point about it. We'll see. And like around the horn. Am I allowed to say that?
I'm pretty sure the show's over, so I think so.
I'll allow it. No, it's still on.
It's still
I'll allow
going?
it.
That's great.
Yeah.
It's one of the few good ones.
He said kind of like. It's kind of.
Kinda. Just no Woody Page signs in the
Legally
background. Just Danny with belts instead.
Just belts. I'll change the belt for every debate. I'll rotate them.
So, without further ado, I think you guys ready to just jump right in?
Yes, sir.
Let's
Here
do
we
it.
go.
Give it a shot.
All right. Topic 1. Clash of the Castle. This was talked about briefly earlier. Had a very, very interesting ending where CM Punk got over on Drew McIntyre once again by being the special guest referee and basically screwing McIntyre over. Topic for today. Drew McIntyre will get the last laugh on CM Punk. True or false? Annie, please start us.
Drew McIntyre will get the last laugh on CM Punk. I'm going to say that's false for a few reasons. One, CM Punk wasn't the special guest referee on Clash of the Castle.
Well, whatever.
He just I know. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
He just came in and used another avenue to mess with the psychology of Drew McIntyre. But on the real level, they just signed him for a big contract. It's his first big feud. There's no way they're going to have CM Punk lose his first big feud to Drew McIntyre. I think they're going to put him over. It only makes sense money-wise. You want your hot new signing to, even though he got hurt, to really go over his first time on his first feud, especially against someone like Drew. So I don't see why you put Drew over if you're having some Punk be here for a while, especially if the end game is going to be eventually to have him have the title. You want him to get that first big opponent out of the way. That'll be a heavyweight contender.
Juice.
Yeah, I think Drew does not get the last laugh. I think he does get a little bit of a chuckle along the way, because this whole story is going to be about them stopping each other from having the world championship. And I think the preferable way to tell that story is for Drew to eventually get the title and then Punk beat Drew for the title. Sure, you could do the other way around, but I just think that they're going to go that way where, yeah, like Drew will get the belt at some point, but I think the last laugh is going to go to Punk here. Because, I mean, even during the press conference afterwards, that's what Punk said. He's like, my job is to make sure he never has a championship belt as long as I have air in my lungs. So, I mean, that's pretty definitive that that's what they're going to be going for. You're stopping each other. So,
Okay. Both took the same side here. I don't like being corrected, so point to Juice. Sorry, Danny. I realize I misspoke. Don't correct me.
oh dang!
You know what? All right, deserved. Don't go at the moderator. Lesson
Topic
learned.
number two. Topic number two. Going over to AEW. Big time match coming up. Champion versus champion. Swerve Strickland. Will Ospreay. Over under. Well, before I say that, these two have a history. You guys probably are aware that they have a history. They fought before. Which brings me to my over under. During this match, we will have 0.5 dance breaks in this match to Bruno Mars or any other song. Juice, kick us off.
Yeah, I'm going to take the under on this one. I mean, granted, you got Nana in there, so Nana will do a dance beforehand. I don't know about a dance break during, but beforehand he'll probably do his thing. But Swerve won't do any dances. Ospreay won't do any dances. The fans will be doing some dances. You may get a little bit of Mercedes Moné in the crowd. But dance break, as fun as it would be to see, I don't think this is the time or place for something like that. So I'm going to go under on the dance breaks.
See, Juice is assuming that the dance breaks are going to be fun. I think I'm going to take the over that there's going to be some weird, angry dance-off to kind of, in the middle of this match, just to be like, all right, this is what we used to do, but like it's all serious now, so I'm going to beat the shit out of you. But it's going to be somehow mixed in with it. I'm not sure about a dance break, though. I think they're going to give like an homage to the dancing. I'm going to still go with the over. I'm going to say there is going to be a dance break, and it's going to be very short, but it's going to pay a quick little homage to what they've done in the past.
I think it would be absolutely ridiculous if they did a dance break, but I'm rooting for it. Point to Danny.
God, TK is going to get the rights to Uptown Funk.
Oh my god!
After that promo, and he's like taunting his kids, he's gonna dance with them.
Yeah,
They're
right?
gonna do like the what's those dirty dancing? They're gonna do that moment.
God, he's going to turn into a Stormbreaker. Just drop him.
Okay. Last topic for all the marbles.
Oh boy.
Back to WWE.
Oh.
This man was recently killed off, written off, taken away in a stretcher. Ricochet. We know he's done. He's gone. Will Ricochet reinvent himself and come back at a main event level like Cody did in WWE? Back to Danny.
Oh man, I would love for him to. I just don't ever see WWE giving him that opportunity. I feel like they've pigeonholed him into like this high flyer kind of thing, and he's still not big enough, even though they've had the smaller wrestlers and they do well with them. They just haven't given him the push no matter what he's shown them. I don't know how he would reinvent himself besides just changing his entire like way of wrestling, which wouldn't be Ricochet then. So I think that would be pretty boring, and then that would kind of be the opposite of what you want to do. You want to kind of push Ricochet and show him for what he can do and all his like spectacle and stuff. So to kind of change completely what he does just to give him a WWE main event push would actually upset me. I would hope that doesn't happen. So I'm going to say no, that doesn't happen. Really quick before Juice goes, we got 2 first-timers in the chat. Welcome Jack WSJ3 and welcome, I don't know what this name is supposed to be. I think Dwayne RNGG. Welcome, guys. Thanks for chat. We're in the middle of our Round the Horn-esque 2 out of 3 falls where we're debating topics. Our current topic is if Ricochet, who we know is leaving WWE, will come back as a reinvented version of himself to be a main event push a la Cody Rhodes.
I'm going to say no as well. I think a lot of it comes down to what that person wants. Like you look at Cardona, who left and reinvented himself more than most do, and he's not back. I don't think he would even come back and be a main eventer. And it's just kind of the same thing with Ricochet. Like I don't really see him reinventing himself in a way that would take him to that next level. Like Galloway, McIntyre could do it because of his size. I just don't think Ricochet has mic skills behind him to do it. He's good, he's decent, I like him, but I just don't think so. I don't think he can reinvent him. I think he's gonna go do his thing in New Japan, maybe a little bit in AEW, have fun, kill it in ring. But like they gave him the opportunity, the Logan Paul thing, and it didn't go anywhere. Like he's had enough time under Triple H and not under Vince to get like that chance, and he just didn't get it. So I say no.
Correct answer was he puts on a luchador mask and becomes the #1 wrestler of all time. But neither of you said that.
We both lose. It's a tie.
No, I'm going to have to go with Juice. Sorry, Danny. I think Juice just brought up a little more points. I mean, you both kind of said the same side here.
He reinforced my points with better examples. I'll give you that.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
Juice,
Cody wanted it. Like Cody had a plan, you know.
Why can't Ricochet become the American Bullet?
Because no, he really isn't big enough. Like for his size, the way he wrestles is like the best way for him to do it, to be a spectacle or main eventer. But it's just not going to be the way WWE wants. None of the WWE main events are that kind of wrestling.
I think Cody was also just a perfect storm too. Like, I think Cody could have been any size, but he had like the father. He had the whole story.
The name
and
also, the nepotism. Unfortunately, yeah, that all.
Yeah, this was definitely his plan, though. Like, I mean, I stand by that. He knew what he was doing to get back. So,
I thought he was going to come back as Stardust when he first left.
Give it time.
All right. So that was pretty fun. I like that a lot. That's gonna be interesting. So next time we'll rotate it. Either me or Juice will be the moderator and come up with the topics, and we'll let Matt participate. So, and then I guess
ridiculous things can I come up with?
What if? Do you want to keep coming up with the what ifs, or do you want to rotate that also?
I was just saying, what ridiculous nonsense can I come up with?
Oh,
do it. Let's do it. We'll figure out more.
All right, cool. So, with that being said, let's do our "Where's Matt at?" Matt, how much wrestling you watch this week?
I'm just a little upset because Jack Swagger just deleted his message in the chat. But
What?
Where am I at? Great question. I got an answer. I watched Wednesday. I saw some things. Some things confused me. Some other things I enjoyed. I guess let's start with something you won't expect me to start with. I don't know what they're called, but the trio of Samoa Joe, Hook, and Shibata. I like the dynamic.
No name. You said you like it?
I don't have a name?
No name.
Yeah, no name.
I like what's going on with it. I could see, even without Shibata, just Samoa Joe taking Hook under his wing feels like could be much better than Jericho.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm curious where that goes.
It's such an easy storyline for them to write too, because they're both just like the same type of personality, the same type of person, the quiet brooder type, whatever. So it's legitimately just like another. I'll teach you how to do this so you can become a main eventer when I'm done.
If they do it right, they could really. How could I say this PG wise? Fuck shit up.
As I say, I don't think
Oh,
that's
yeah.
PG.
Like them in the Blackpool Combat Club. Like, granted, they're both kind of babies right now, but yeah.
Yeah.
You know what it reminds me of? I'm assuming you've both seen this movie. Reminds me of Pulp Fiction.
Oh yeah.
Like the talking, the back and forth, like how they're just walking about to fuck shit up and casually talking about like cheeseburgers or some bullshit. Like, or Taz liking orange. So I dig it. Yeah, I'm with you. I think it's really cool.
No, it makes sense to me. I really, really like it a lot.
Since I haven't been watching, I know you mentioned something about Shibata in the past, and I had no idea what you're talking about. I thought it was just the two of them. Then they had the voice from the back, and I'm like,
Shabazz the
He's been,
cameraman now, bro.
he's been their cameraman. Yeah.
because Joe's talking, he's like, we challenge you three to like when he was reading the note, the premier athletes challenged a 3-on-3 match. I'm like, who the hell's the third?
Yeah.
Matt's like, I wonder who they're gonna get as their partner for Saturday.
No, but I mean, like 10 seconds later, they had Shibata do the Kane voice thing, and then I figured it out.
Yeah, he's been their cameraman the last like month or so. That's been the bit.
That reminds me, we should give a retraction live. Speaking of Kane, that we got incorrect here on the show, which was Kane's first words. I believe we made it a point to say that Kane's first words were "suck it," and then I think last week one of you sent the video.
Did you watch the video?
I did not watch the video. Was it "suck it"?
It was a joke.
Oh. See, that's why I gotta watch these videos.
Media literacy is dead.
That's hilarious. No, I didn't watch the video at all. I was like, oh, I wonder what it is, and then I got distracted with something else.
Wait, so if you didn't watch it, what did you think his first words were?
I have no idea. I was gonna ask you guys what they were. That's what I was gonna let one of you
So
say.
why are you retracting statements that you have no idea about?
Because
what
it
is
seemed
going on here?
accurate. All right,
You're out of order.
out of order. What do you want to pull up Clash
I
at
will
the Castle results?
I will apologize for Danny wearing the orange shirt tonight.
He's not looking at you. It's the joke. I get it. Well, before we move on to that, I mean, Matt, did you have any other thoughts? I know you were kind of going with your thoughts there from last night.
What else? I fast forward the whole match that I was complaining to you guys about before. I don't want to get Juice started, so I won't say his name.
That redneck.
It's all right.
What else?
That no talent hack.
Nope.
Did you? What did you think of
is
this Swerve Osprey confrontation face to face?
I'm at the point where you see one of these face-offs, you've seen them all.
Yeah, but now this one.
I don't like
this,
you.
but this one's personal now. He brought up his kids.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know
Yeah,
how many times they brought up kids.
He also brought up Hangman Page's kids.
Made it personal.
Christian
Right.
brings up kids. Oh no, he brings up
No,
fathers.
he brings up
so no.
dead dads, bro. He's gaining
Yeah.
kids. That's the difference.
Family issues all over the place.
Different family issues.
Is Anna Jay officially part of the Outcast?
So that's new. That
Yeah,
was
that
a
happened
new
last night.
thing last night. Yeah. She wasn't with them previously, or I don't even think rumored or teased. Maybe it wasn't like a Rampage. I'm forgetting. But yeah, that was new. I'm all for it. I mean, I don't think it's a one night thing, but anything to get them on screen and more storyline threads because she wasn't doing anything. Yeah, I like that.
What'd you think of the finish for the Pac Claudio match?
With the pinning crescendo. It was okay. I don't know. I saw why was Claudio mad at Danielson?
I think he
was just annoyed.
Yeah.
He lost.
I think they just try to play it
Yeah.
off as him being kind of like a sore loser and like I can't believe I lost in that way. So like he was just
Although,
mad.
to be fair, actually thinking about it, like a few weeks ago, Claudio was pretty mad that Danielson was teaming up with Eddie. before Eddie got hurt. So maybe there is a long-term story going there where Claudio's kind of getting annoyed with Danielson. So
Well,
there could be something there.
you got to
Maybe.
assume eventually they're going to try to get him out of the Blackpool Combat Club because he's going to retire, right? He's not going to retire a part of them.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, he can always be an honorary, whatever. It's just
That's
full
fair.
time. It's not really retiring. It's just full time career.
That's fair.
I have a question.
Yeah, yeah.
What's your question?
Well, finish your thought because my question will take us.
Oh, no,
away.
that was done. That was it.
Did Trent Beretta get a mural in the Don Callis Titantron yet?
I haven't noticed if he has.
I don't think they've shown specifically the Last Supper Titantron. Excuse me.
They got a
since
Pokemon
Trent
that.
joined.
Trent looks good. He fits in seamless with
He does. I was saying that
Mhm.
too. He does really fit in with them, and I also think they're gonna wait till they take out Osprey because obviously after the promo and the segment afterward, like they're already planting more seeds for Osprey to fall out of the Callis family. So I think they're probably also waiting for that to like show the new mural or whatever. Maybe they'll have like a new big leader or something to replace him. I don't know. Who knows?
Tony Khan does.
Sometimes I'm not sure about that.
No, I
Yes.
think he does. I think
Christopher
he does.
Daniels knows.
That's fair.
Yeah, I like how they're like pushing back on like the EVP power. Like it seemed like they really wanted to do it. Now they're pushing back on it because like they did that thing with MJF and Hechicero, and they were like, "Oh well, not until Tony Khan and Christopher Daniels makes it official." And I'm like, okay, like it's just weird because like they went from like certain things with power to like a certain amount of not. So it's just weird, but
And what it really should be isn't like one agrees to the match after the other one makes it because that should never happen. It should be like kind of the dynamic that used to be with like when Austin would be the GM or whatever, where it's like you make a match, fine. I'm gonna make a stipulation to your match, or I'm gonna make another match because you made that. You know what I mean? Like it should be like a tick for tack kind of thing. So
yeah.
I'm not, and I think we said this when it first started. I'm not liking this storyline. I don't think they're going to do it well. I don't think Christopher Daniels belongs in the storyline. Like, it's just, they're throwing too much at it because I think they're trying to do quick fixes, like the Kenny Omega injury, even though they brought him in as a good EVP. Like, they're trying to do Band-Aids for, like, their mistakes, and it's not working.
Yeah.
Would've
Yeah,
been-
I don't mind Daniels being there, but I get what you're saying.
Would have been
I'd
nice
rather
if.
see Daniels. I'd rather see Daniels and Tony Khan on screen. Sorry, go Matt.
No, all good. I was just gonna say it would have been nice if they still had Elite Hunter because then he could be hunting them as an executive.
So, did you guys send it in the group, the Elite Hunter, that because of NXT? That shit was hilarious. That was so good.
Yeah.
Everyone's really excited about
All
Joe
right.
Hendry, by the way, in the NXT Battle Royal. And with his promo, people are saying that he might show up on like Raw or SmackDown because he was like, I am Joe Hendry and I can be anywhere. I can show up on any show or whatever.
I mean, he's great, so he deserves it. And honestly, I like him, but like he's a better fit for WWE than AEW.
Mm-hmm.
Not that he's not a good wrestler; he's a good wrestler, but I just think he'll get over way more there than AEW.
Well, that's because WWE does the characters better, where AEW just
Yeah.
mainly focused on the wrestling. So his character would definitely work better with WWE for sure. I agree.
Yeah. All right. Well, since we're on AEW, I guess I'll run through my AEW stuff. I'll do the Dynamite stuff first, and then backtrack. So MJF versus Hechicero at Forbidden Door. I'm excited. I think it's a great match. I mean, obviously MJF's going to win, but Hechicero's one of the better luchadors they brought in, so I think it'll be a fun match. I was nervous they were going to do like a Cage of Agony 8-man, 6-man tag shit on the show, and like MJF was going to have to find friends, and I was like, don't do this.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I thought they were going to do
literally just came back
MJF
saying
with like
that.
Garcia and Menard or whatever, but yeah, the one-on-one's better. I think that's going to be good. Acclaimed beat the Bucks.
Yeah, that was dope.
In Eliminator. Feel like Eliminators never work like that, so I'm glad, they got the win there. I'm wondering when they get the title shot, though.
I was about to ask, do you think it's going to be? It shouldn't be for Forbidden Door. I'm already upset that they're doing Osprey and Swerve at Forbidden Door because it should be someone versus New Japan or AEW pretty much every match. But I don't think they'll do the tag team title shot at Forbidden Door. Do you think they're saving that for a pay-per-view, or it's gonna be like Dynamite coming up or something like that?
I mean, I don't think they're doing it at Forbidden Door. I honestly don't know when they're going to do it, but could they? Sure, but I don't think they should.
I don't
Because
think
again,
they
like you
should.
said, it doesn't really make sense with the theme, even with Swerve and Osprey. But a big part of that is like all the big people they were bringing over for Forbidden Door, like half of them are here now. So it's harder to do a star-studded Forbidden Door with a versus kind of thing. But yeah. But yeah, I was glad. I mean, I don't think a claim they're going to beat them. Bucks are definitely going to retain, but at least it's not another like Bucks win and they move on to doing nothing with defending or whatever. And then, so thoughts on the Owen Cup is revealed. We know the brackets. Who do you guys think are the finals? Who do you think's winning?
I love that Jeff Jarrett's in it just because of their history. I think that's
I
totally
do
awesome.
too.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm very curious who his wild card match is going to be against. I think it's going to be against like Jack Perry or someone that the Elite's going to throw in there. No, you don't think so? Who do you think it's going to be?
Matt, you want to go first?
Yeah, I think it's going to be Jeff Hardy in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre match.
No! Bad!
Yo, Juice really believed that you were going to bring someone good.
You never know. You never know with him. I think it's Adam Page.
Who do you say? Adam
Oh, you
Page?
think it's Adam Page coming back?
I think it's Adam Page.
That sucks.
Yeah.
I kind of would like Jeff to win one match in the Owen Classic and like go one round. Yeah, bro. They have such a history. Let the man get one win for his like fallen friend.
Nah,
He's not going to make it to the finals.
Him being in it is enough.
That's
enough.
That's crazy.
He does not need a win, especially when it's for a world title all in. No,
I'm not saying win the tournament. I'm saying win a round. Let him make it to the next round and
tournament.
lose.
You're gonna put him in the final four. Like, come on.
Final four of an 8-man tournament. Yeah, that's not that big of a deal.
It is when it's a world title. No.
When the whole thing is it's in memory of Owen Hart, who of
He's
all the wrestlers in the company, he's the
good.
closest one to Owen Hart. No, I think he can get a win. I think that's all right. I think your bias towards Jeff is a little much there.
No,
That's crazy, bro. You can't give the guy one win. That's nuts.
No, he does not need a win. Not when it's for a world title at All In.
You're right. No one's giving him a world title match at All In. They can give him a win in a tournament as the oldest vet and the closest person to Owen Hart. That's okay.
No, he's in it. That's enough. It's a bone.
That's ridiculous.
Take your bone, enjoy your bree-woo, and move on to the next week when
I can't
Adam
wait
Page
till he wins
fights
his first match. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna
He's
rub
not
it in
going
your
to win.
face.
All right,
rub my nuts on the screen so you can feel it on your forehead.
Yeah. There's a future. What if Jeff Jarrett wins the Owen Cup?
Oh my God! Yes.
Yes. I think it's Adam Page, but yeah. So who do you guys think are in the finals for men's and women's right now? Early pick.
I'm gonna go chalky in the men's. Danielson, Jay White. I think that would be a sick match too. With Jay White winning.
That's what the wild card is.
Okay.
And women, tougher because you'd love to say Willow Chris, but they're on the same side as the bracket.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say Stat and Sheeta. They always seem to push Sheeta for some reason.
I don't know. I think they might give it to Perazu in the final, and you think Stat's gonna go over on Willow? That's interesting too. I wasn't sure if they're gonna give Willow the win back or not. Well, not the win back, but like the thing back. I don't know. What do you think, Juice? Where was your head at?
So for the men's, I think it's going to be Danielson and Page in the finals. And then in the women's, I think it's going to be Stat versus Mariah May. And I think Mariah May is going to win the whole thing and fight Tony at All In. And then I want to say Danielson, but I think Page is going to beat Danielson. And then they're going to do Page and Swerve at All In.
Yeah, if Page is the wild card.
Number 4? Yeah.
If Page is the wild card, I think they got to go Page in the finals. But if Page isn't the wild card, then I think Jay White has a good shot. Danielson, I think, is the clear guy on the left side, and then for the women's, that was the two on between. I think Perazu might make a run for it, but Mariah May, the way they're hyping all this up with Tony and the Forbidden Door with her old mentor, and the way they ended even last night, where she wasn't even with Tony, she was with her old mentor. Like, I
think that's the way.
Really well for that, really well,
especially with Tony putting Mariah in the tournament,
Yep.
like for her. I think it's all there.
Yep.
So at least you can tell us that Willow story on one side, and then you get Mariah beating Saraya and Sheeta on the other side. So
and then if it's Mariah, I think you gotta go Willow, right? You gotta do face heel there. So unless Mariah's slowly turning face in that situation.
Well, at the finals, you think Mariah and Willow?
Yeah,
I think it's Mariah and Stat.
I don't know. I'm gonna go Mariah Willow. I don't know if they can. I think they might give Willow the win after, and then have Stat cost Willow maybe the final also to continue the feud.
Yeah, it's fair.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. That sounds good.
Okay. So like two more quick AEW notes. Actually, just one more. Buddy Matthews, Buddy Murphy. I forget which one. I'm blanking. Hurt looks like he. I don't know if you saw it, Matt. He busted his knee. Looks like his kneecap on Collision.
That's
doing. I think it was a Meteora. Yeah, it's a bummer because they really made it sound like that win got them like a trios match, and they were gonna fight the Bang Bang Gang eventually, and then they did that. And props to them. I mean, I don't know how planned it was, or if they just like on the spot were that quick with it. But like as soon as the match ended, they had Christian and the Patriarchy standing over Buddy with a steel chair, saying, "You're not a trio anymore." They attacked him and beat him up with the chair, but they were already selling the injury pretty well. So like think of like that write off so quick, you know what I mean? Like to do that, either they knew he was that fucked up, or we really got worked and he's not that hurt. But I think he got that hurt.
So that's what I was thinking, because that is such a, if that's an audible, that is one hell of an audible on the fly to be able.
It was so quick.
Boom, boom, boom. He's hurt. We know we can tell now it's going to be an injury that they're not going to get the title shot anytime soon. So like, let's do a shift. I just don't know I just don't know, man. And that's why I love wrestling. Yes, I think he is hurt, but like,
I think so too.
51-49, like that's like, I barely think, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sticking in my chair because you're making me freak out.
Maybe he just wanted to go home to mommy.
Yo, I mean, mommy's upset. She needs consoling because Dom is being down by Liv Morgan. So I don't know, man.
She'll be all right.
Did you see how Liv landed on Dom? I mean, she was straddling him, bruh. Straddle.
Whatever. Dom wouldn't know what to do with either of them.
In the bedroom?
I have two general wrestling news bits to talk about, but we'll move to WWE first and then jump back to those two.
All right. WWE be short as always.
What's that?
WWE will probably be short as usual.
No, well, actually, Clash of the Castle. I actually watched it, so I have thoughts on that. That's why I can actually speak to it compared to most weeks. But yeah, let me bring up the screen. Do we want to take up another break here, or just
no? We're good. We're good till we're done with the show.
Okie doke. Let me know when you guys see the screen.
Oh, see it.
I still have the two dots, but we can start discussing it. Why is it taking so long? Oh, there we go. We're good.
All right. Well, we all went 3-2. So,
damn. Punk screwed Punk.
Punk screwed Punk. That Bellar Cargill match, man. That was the Unholy Union really getting the win and surprised all of us.
Yeah. So let's start there.
Awful match.
Matt, you didn't watch this, right, Matt?
1 second.
You did a good thing. The show was not great at all.
The show overall wasn't good.
Yeah, the show overall was not good. I honestly didn't really end up liking any of the matches, personally, just from an in-ring standpoint, and most of the booking decisions. Yeah, I mean, the women's match. I mean, listen, man, everyone's giving her shit, but like Jade again botching. Like, I'm sorry, but
You know what you
not
signed.
haven't played. What?
You know what you signed. You didn't sign
Yeah.
a great wrestler. You signed an attraction. And
Yeah,
this is
Matt.
what
They gave
happens
her
when
the
you sign
hot
an
tag,
attraction.
and she went for a springboard clothesline and just completely face planted on the springboard.
It's
That's a
joke.
difficult move. You're a little brave.
Yeah. Oh, okay, my bad. Moving on. No. You know what it is, and everyone's like, "Oh, well, Priest got hurt. Priest botched and Braun botched." I'm like, you know what? The other thing is they've proven themselves, and like a botch happens, but like it's been pretty consistent with her. Where every match, the theme coming out of it is something
mean,
goes wrong.
But also,
Something
look
didn't
at the
see it.
moves they botched on compared to her. Like, she botched on a clothesline, bro. Like, come on.
it just
didn't
sucks.
see it.
Like,
What are you saying,
I
man?
didn't
Go.
see it, but I'm sure she tripped on Belair's hair. So it's not.
that thing's everywhere, right?
That was actually the move. She was
Um,
trying to flip over the hair and got caught.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the win though was cheap. I'm sorry. I know I don't like Isle of Dawn. I like Alba Fire, but like totally unearned. Like I went back and I looked just because that's what I do and I can't help myself. They debuted on the main roster May 2023. So we're talking a year and a
Really?
month now. So they debuted on the main roster May 2023.
Wow.
They won their debut match on SmackDown. Since that match, they didn't win a match until that pay-per-view right there.
I
So
feel like
winning
they
the
haven't been in a lot of matches since that pay-per-view right there.
I mean, they also haven't been, but again, like that just goes to show you they've been on the main
That's a
roster
joke.
for a year and a month. They won their first match May 2023, lost, and then win the tag titles. And then Triple H has the balls to say, "Oh, it has nothing to do with them being here." I'm like, don't fucking bullshit a bullshitter. Like, stop. Like, you
Yeah,
clearly
that
did it
sucks.
for the hometown pop because you knew what you were doing later. But whatever. It's such a
You knew what
stupid
you were
reign.
doing later.
He did. Come on. Like every booker knows what
I
they're
agree.
doing. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. Oh,
The I
that
Quit
sucked.
match sucked.
Man, I was so let down by that match.
I thought it was
I
going
was
to be
so
the match of the
disappointed.
night, and it was so bad.
The finish was so stupid. So Matt, what they did was they tied AJ Styles, they handcuffed AJ Styles to the middle rope with one I think one arm. I don't think it was both. One arm to the middle rope. AJ couldn't go anywhere. Cody grabs a steel chair, keeps bashing AJ with the steel chair. AJ doesn't quit. Cody goes to the outside, gets the steel chair. The steel steps, throws him in the ring, gets the steel steps, goes like this to hit him. And AJ, and cowered in the corner. I quit. And that's the end. And then, after the bell rings and it's all over, babyface Cody takes the steel steps and still hits AJ with them and takes him out. And it's like, first off, I know there's only so many endings you can do in a match. It was the same ending they did for Copeland and Christian like 2 months ago for the I Quit.
Oh, yeah.
Same ending. Except instead of the steel steps, it was the 2x4 with the nails. Same thing. Christian cowered in the corner, handcuffed. I quit. So that one thing. And then they've done that same finish in I Quit matches before with Cena. Where Cena holds it. They go, I quit. And then he throws down the steps and does this little. Rah! So it's just weak ending. Did not like it. Very let down by the match. Their first match was way better in France.
Mm-hmm.
But
When you said handcuffs and steel chair, I thought you were gonna say he held the mic up to AJ's mouth and over the loudspeaker he said it 3 times. That was probably the best I Quit match.
That was
anyway.
one of the better
Yeah.
finishes for sure, and one of the I Quit matches.
Mhm.
Sami Zayn versus Chad Gable. The Chad Gable. I mean, it's over
Winner.
now. That's the problem. Now it's over, and
Winner.
they.
yeah, Matt, you got it, Matt. Yeah, take the W. You got it. Take your lap.
Because it's such a WWE thing to do. I've
100%.
seen the script many times. This ain't the first time. I'm done. I'm done having hope. It's over.
Legitimately, it's
over.
over now because now they moved on where Chad's not even going to get the Intercontinental Championship, and the payoff with Alpha Academy is about to happen, which also was done, I think, so like anticlimactic on Raw. Like I wanted Otis to beat the shit out of him.
So yeah, so I saw that video on Raw, and I was like everyone's like, "Yo, look at the pop! Look at the pop! Otis finally snapped." And I watched the video, and he just pushed him and left.
That's
I'm
it.
like, what the fuck?
He didn't even hit him.
Here's the fucking rah beatdown. So
At least
you know what I said? It.
Pick him up, punch something, just push him and left. I'm like,
It's the same thing I said about Candice LeRae months ago. It's the same thing I said about Gable when he turned 2 months ago as well. And I said, if you don't give him the belt from this turn, it's a failure. Here we are, and it's over in my opinion. Like, you can give him the belt later, but now you missed your run, you missed your window. Even if you put him with the Creed brothers and whatever, like,
I was gonna say that's where it's going. You're gonna break up with Otis. You're gonna give Otis the win. You're not gonna give Chad the win over Otis. So you're gonna give Otis the win probably to give him a little babyface run. Then you're gonna get Chad with the Creed brothers to give him another faction to maybe give him a second chance. Like,
yeah,
it's so stupid. So stupid.
Yeah, very let down.
Next
very let down.
terrible match of the night: Bayley versus Piper Niven.
All right. So this is two of my points right here in one, and
So
it kind of
bad.
ties into the main event too. First off, Bayley, no pop. She got nothing when she came out. I was shocked.
Yeah, that was weird.
Because they did their whole like, "Way Bayley," ooh, like they do the chant or during the match because they love to chant anything they fucking want. But then when she actually came out, nothing. They gave her no pop, no boo, just dead silent. She looked surprised. If you go back and watch like her entrance, she was like looking around like, what the fuck? Where'd everybody go? Like, wake up.
That's what it felt like.
And then that brings me to my point with these last two matches is I'm tired. I know it's not new in wrestling, but I'm fed up with the pandering to hometown crowds or hometown people and moments. I'm numb to it. I don't care. Like, you really like Piper Niven, like in this spot, like she's gonna do nothing now after this. Like, putting Drew in that main event for heel versus heel and doing what you were gonna do with Punk, like you knew what you were doing, you knew the reaction you were gonna get. And I just think it all plays into like putting these people on the shows just for the sake of where you are, and like somebody can't win or can't do this until they're there. Like I applaud AEW for, and they're guilty of it too. But in these two examples, like last night, they were in Virginia, and I was like, they're bringing back Paige. Paige is coming back. They're gonna do it tonight, and they didn't do it, and I was glad. And MJF, I was like, all right, they're gonna save his return for Forbidden Door, save his return in the ring for Long Island, and they didn't. They put him in the ring last night. So like, there's instances where they don't do it, but it's just, I'm tired of it. I don't like it how it controls how it dictates the booking. Like, it should just feel natural. And like that Piper match, that's why the crowd was cheering for Piper. And it's like,
yeah, it was good. It was good 30 years ago, Juice, to your point, when there was no social media and stuff. Now it's good for a house show. Keep it to the house shows.
But also to go to his point, it's also good when you're not doing it 3 matches a night. When you save it for one hometown hero, or save the other 2 for Raw or SmackDown, since you're still going to be in the country, that's fine. You know what I mean? But to have 3 on a pay-per-view and 2 not even earn it, that's exactly his point. There, it just gets forced, and it's awful. And then
that's all I had about Bayley and Piper.
Brings us to our main event: Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest. For anyone
special guest referee CM Punk.
For anyone who didn't see it, special guest referee CM Punk comes in at the end of the match when the referee was knocked out, pretending to be a referee. Does the 1, the 2. The whole crowd is about to just on the tip of his fingers, and then looks up at Drew McIntyre, kicks him in the nuts, and leaves, costing him the match, letting Damian Priest do the choke slam and the referee to come back too and do the 3 count. For anyone who didn't see, I sent Juice and Matt a funny, I mean, I'm sure there are so many, but there was this one just very angry person at the arena on their social media just cursing out CM Punk, just saying like how they hope he dies and shit. It was the funniest reaction. Some of these people got crazy.
Yeah,
I love
we
it.
actually watch videos you send, Danny.
Oh man.
It was one
Got him.
time. Next, what did we think of the
Suck it.
match?
What'd you say? What I think of the match?
Match. Talk about the match.
Yeah. So
Let's talk
sure.
about Kane more.
What did you say? Talk about Kane more? Yeah. So like for the situation you put yourself in, talking about Triple H and the booking, it was the right call. Like
Best finish they could do.
it was the right call to do. The problem is like it was completely nonsensical. Like they actually made it worse by showing you how Punk got the referee shirt. I don't know if you guys saw that video.
No.
Did you?
If you
No,
sent it, I would have watched it.
I did not send it.
Enough.
So there's a video of Punk just walking around backstage during the match, and he's walking around and he goes up. I guess he sees the ref bump on a monitor, turns around, goes to the lady referee Jessica, and he just turns around, goes there, and goes, "Hey, do you have a referee shirt? Do you have one?" She's like, "Yeah, I have one. Can I have it? Give it to me." And she just goes, "Oh, okay, what's going on?" And then he just puts it on and runs out the gorilla, and then the video cuts off. And I'm like, that makes it so much dumber and worse. Because why would a referee during a show not be one just in position, ready to go, and then two, like even give a wrestler a shirt? Like, it made it worse.
Wasn't she in position if she was in the gorilla with him and he just saw it?
She was in the hall. If you watch the video, you'll see she was in the hallway before Gorilla.
Got it.
But it was just really.
I'd rather
They
him
tried
just
to like
steal
give
it.
you an extra layer, but they made it worse.
Yeah, just steal the shirt. That's
like you don't need to explain it to me. This is not the first time a wrestler's had a referee shirt on.
I would believe he
like
bought it.
Yeah, right. And like you want to talk about like 30 years old, 30 years ago, Matt, but like the concept of like faces and heels, like it's been dead, but it's so annoying where it's like, okay, like Punk is supposed to be the baby here, Drew's supposed to be the heel here, and clearly you're in Drew's hometown, but the crowd is booing Punk and they're cheering Drew, and then like as soon as the show ends, they start doing the post show, and immediately you have Wade Barrett. Like I know Barrett's a heel commentator, but he's like doing the riot act against CM Punk, making it like he's the bad guy, and I'm just like the optics of it just frustrate me.
Yeah.
And I would say the same thing about any wrestler, not because it's Punk, it's just any wrestler in that scenario. I'd say the same thing. It's like they're the good guy, they're the bad guy.
Well,
Play to that strength. Don't muddy your water, and here we are.
I think the other problem is the best thing about the heel commentators is that, at least in my experience, is when they try to defend them, they're wrong. So it's just funnier because they're like overboard and they're defending the wrong thing that they're doing. When you have the face doing the wrong thing and the heel commentator being correct in what they're saying, it takes away from their point.
And that was the problem again from watching it. Like he was kind of going at Jackie Redmond and Big E, and they weren't pushing back on it. They were kind of letting him. They were letting him dominate the conversation. Like they threw a little bit in, but like it was just Barrett came in too hot, and it just came off like the wrong way. I don't know, because again, like you said, the babyface commentator is kind of supposed to steer it back and then move on, but they didn't. But whatever.
So yeah, that was a very disappointing clash at the castle. Matt, good call, not watching.
Yeah,
I won't watch next year either.
It might be better. Who knows?
I have 2 Raw thoughts and 2 general WWE thoughts, and then that's it for me. I don't know if you guys have anything you want to add, but
I'll add as you go.
So, well, okay, sorry, I saw something on the screen. So for Raw, I didn't watch, but I saw that Drew came out and quit. He came out mad, fuming over what happened. He's like, I quit. Thought that was the right thing to do, but my nitpick was something that hot and like raw and like emotional.
Should have kicked it off.
You kick off your show with that. You don't do that halfway in the show. Like, oh, cool. Drew was that mad to come out and quit that he like hit the music and came out and waited and then quit and then like just do it right away. Kick off.
Like, let me sit back here and watch the show a little before I quit.
let me see if they make it right by the middle of the show for me, and then I'll make a decision.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm sorry. So I have another thing I forgot. So the reason they didn't do that is because Seth Rollins is back.
Yes.
Like, how? There's no way. He fucking had knee surgery. Like this is I understand the wrestlers are like a different breed.
What kind of knee surgery was it though? Because if it was meniscus, it's totally plausible.
I mean, well, you know what? Well, this was the surgery. Actually, you know what? This is the surgery pre-Mania. Didn't he just come back, do Mania, and then bail?
That's
or
what
did
I
he wrestle
thought.
after Mania a bit?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I guess maybe he is kind of better. I didn't really think of it till now.
I think he
But,
just took
so
extra
Seth's
time
back.
off.
Yeah. So they're doing Seth and Priest at Money in the Bank, Matt. So
Yeah,
we'll see how that goes. But which is in like 2 weeks.
and there's no there's gonna be supposedly no Judgment Day there, according to Priest. He wants to do a man up mano y mano match. That's what he says.
We will see.
Did Seth have his hair back? Because didn't he like shave his head for the Kentucky Derby?
I thought he did. I thought he did, but I guess he just had it bunned up really well because his hair was there.
Yeah,
like,
his hair's there. No
yeah,
hat,
so it must have
it's
just
his
been a
real
weird
hair.
picture. Good job, Danny. Thank you for the investigative
Kane.
reporting.
Not Kane. Not Kane.
Yeah, not Kane.
You see that video when Kane, his mask got ripped off? We should retract that statement because it was actually Miracle Grow.
Oh my, controversy.
They nared him right before that segment.
And then the big moment from Raw, the Wyatt Six, the Six. Let's go. Who wants to start? Somebody else.
I'll let you guys go quick, and then
Matt, do you have anything you want to say? Do you want me to start?
I think Matt's saying it that he's confused how there's 5 if there's 6.
Yeah, so I feel like it's either going to be Bliss or they're going to make it where like Bray's always the spiritual 6th or some shit. I don't know.
I thought, yeah, that was my initial reaction when you first told me the people. I was like, are they doing the stupid thing where Bray is number 6?
It's so. I mean, the thing.
I don't know. They haven't said that, so I don't know.
Like it's named after him. You don't need him to be also the 6th member.
It's like the Jericho Appreciation Society doesn't have 6 people because of Jericho. I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that.
It's okay. It's okay. So you started strong. You know, like, so I watched that video because it was. I figured it was important to watch it for the sake of the show here. And are they baby faces?
I don't think so.
I'll tell you what.
So the internet rumors, and I don't think they're accurate, but the internet rumors are that they're attacking people who've like betrayed members of their family, or in a grand scheme. So like they attacked Chad, they attacked Gunther supposedly. I didn't really see Gunther though. I didn't really see a lot of the people that they said they attacked because
the only
video was so fucking dark.
The only person that they attacked was Gable of note. Everybody else
that
was
they
just
showed.
People. Yeah, that they showed.
Yeah.
So Walter
and
wasn't there.
Carmelo. Carmelo was also shown clearly. Mello Hayes.
That wasn't Carmelo.
That wasn't Mello?
Carmelo's he's not on Raw.
No, bro. I know he's not on Raw, but that pretty sure that was Carmelo Hayes.
I know who you're talking. I know who you're seeing. It wasn't him.
Okay. Because
I know exactly. I've seen the same picture you're talking about. I know
again,
what you're talking about.
I'm just letting you know. Also, all the reports of guys who were attacked, he's very consistent on most of the reports. Just saying.
Well,
I also agree.
Either
he
way,
shouldn't be on Raw because he's on SmackDown, but I don't know.
I think it's really stupid, and I vented to nobody on Twitter because it doesn't really matter. It's all a big black hole. But I had to get it off my chest that it defeats the purpose, and this isn't new, but like. The show just ended. Everyone got the shit beat out of them. And within 5 minutes, you have WWE and Triple H tweeting like pictures of Bray in like remembrance of him. And then like pictures of like the merchandise now on sale on WWE Shop. And I'm just like, kayfabe has been dead. But what the fuck, man? Can we not just let it like sit for a week, a day? Like within minutes, they had merch up. The triplet, like Triple H was probably in that fucking attack.
That's what I was just about to say that.
And again, I know this is just a stupid wrestling show, but it's like this is the shit that like builds your creative and your brand by doing like that kind of cool shit, not killing your illusion immediately when you're trying to do spooky shit.
So 2 notes on that. First off, I was gonna say because the whole gorilla position was like it looked like a bomb exploded in there. The lights were all fucking hanging off. Everyone was down. You can't tell
Yeah.
me that Triple H wasn't in that room if it's gorilla position and
Yeah.
they attacked everyone in there. So that's one. And two, it literally what you just said reminds me of, and I don't know if you guys have seen those clips in the past. I'm sure you have, but it's the clips of Kevin Nash talking about NWO when they first started with it, and he was saying how the merchandise people wanted to sell NWO shirts in like a package, like, oh, here's Sting, here's this, and here's NWO. And he said, no, that's like the dumbest thing you can do. We're trying to show that we're anti the company. Let's take the shirts and we're going to go sell it like panhandlers outside and not be associated with you guys. Like, that's the kind of mindset you have to have about this stuff. And they just go the complete opposite way. And it's so fucking awful. That was an awful, everything was so bad.
And you know what? I'll tell you, man, like I love Bray. Always liked Bray. I actually liked Bray in the ring, and I never turned on it, but a lot of people always loved the beginning of these Bray gimmicks and characters. And then like the bell rings, and then like all of a sudden we get into stuff and he starts doing feuds, and then it never hits. Everyone turns on it, everyone hates it. It's gonna happen here. Everyone's on the bandwagon right now, but I guarantee you in like 3 months, it's going to be dead, and people are not dead, but people are going to hate it. They're going to turn on it, and like,
Well,
I'm sorry, but like, I don't think any of this talent can really carry this thing in the ring.
Nope.
Like Bray was special,
and
and
this is also
I
Bray's like brainchild. Like, you can't tell me
Yeah.
that you know the vision that Bray wanted for this. You can't tell me that you know where Bray was going to go with this. Like, Bray needs to be the one who fleshes out the Wyatt Six, and now that he's not there, Triple H can't do it. Bo Dallas can't do it. Like, sorry, you guys don't have his mind. You guys don't know what he envisioned for this whole thing. So it's just going to fall apart because it's going to be a poor man's version of what it should be.
and it feels weird that there's people like legit defending it in the way that they're like, oh, like maybe they never have to wrestle. Maybe they just always are like looming. And I'm like, are you serious? Like, we're really gonna get there now? We're like a wrestling stable that never wrestles?
Nah, it's awful.
Like, bad.
And
Bad
then
times, Matthew.
I'll say one more thing. Oh, sorry. What were you going to say, Matt?
I just want to go back quick to something Juice asked earlier. Because he wasn't sure if they were babyface. I don't know if they're babyface. I don't know if they're heel, but I'll tell you what I do know. They're all going to be Oscar winners. That was better than the Goodfellas.
Yeah, clip it.
Oh, God. I hate you. I hate
I'm
you
not
so
even.
much.
I'm taking the hook out. I'm throwing it back in the water.
You know, and I was gonna end on a bad note, but you just ended on a worse note than I ever could have. I was just gonna bring up Logan Paul being the longest reigning United States champion in the WWE version, but now I just don't even care.
Oh,
Second longest
Sorry,
of the last decade.
second longest.
Of the last decade.
He's
not all
gonna
time.
be the
It's not-
longest if they give him
let's
for
pump the
what, like
brakes.
another 2 months. Like,
For the love of God, put on LA Knight and move on.
honestly, I'm sick of the long title reigns. I feel like they just do it to get a social media pop. Like, it doesn't mean
that's
anything
all.
anymore.
Especially because the title reigns aren't even like. If they defended it in the long title reign, that'd be one thing. When you defend it 5 times in a year, you don't have a real title reign. Sorry, like that's not how it
So,
works.
I can't confirm the Raw Tag Team Champs, but I've already seen the SmackDown Tag Team Champs have apparently only defended the belts once since Mania. Like, so that's the thing. Like,
Raw has defended it more times than SmackDown.
so yeah, it just happens again. All these reigns are new after Mania, but that's why I kind of bailed. I'm like, they're all going to be fucking long again now. But okay, so I have 2 more things and then I'm done. These are the 2 things these are the general wrestling topics now off WWE. First one, there's rumors that came out today. I don't know if you guys saw this, that apparently Shane McMahon is in talks with coming to AEW.
Oh, Lord.
As a talent or a backstage?
I do not
hand?
know. So the source for this is Conrad Thompson, the guy from the podcast. With he's dating one of the Flairs, I think, or married to one of them or some shit. He does all the podcasts with the belts and stuff. So he was on JR podcast and said that apparently he's gotten word from some talent in AEW that Shane McMahon has been making some calls, putting on feelers about coming in. I do not know if it means as a talent or as an executive, but honestly, personally, my answer either way is no.
No.
Stay away.
Yeah, that would be bad.
Yeah, I would
What
not
if-
want a McMahon involved in any way with my stuff.
What if they brought him in to replace Mark Henry, and he just sits there every Friday saying,
As
"It's
a color
time."
commentator.
For the
I
main-
wouldn't. It's the same thing with Flair and even Mark or Regal, any of those people. I don't trust them backstage. You can't trust people like that. Shit's gonna get leaked and get back. I'm putting a tinfoil hat on, but
No,
you
100%.
can't tell
I
me
don't know
Shane
why
wouldn't
you would
get
bring
some stuff
any
back.
McMahon family member into AEW. That just,
So
I don't care how
I
they
like to
ended.
think-
I don't care how like they're off with the dad. Like, nah, you don't bring any of them in to your company.
yeah, no, absolutely. Just please no, God, please no. All right, my last point. So I watched last night's episode of Who Killed WCW.
Oh, I've
And-
watched the first two, so I can't wait to watch the third one.
So I watched the third one last night. Still great, still awesome. Something came to my attention though I did not know. I want to know if you guys knew, and it justified me in a lot of ways and made me feel like I'm on the right side of history here.
Justified Juice the
I
person.
found out
Okay.
what?
I'm
What?
reiterating that Justified Juice the person.
Yes,
Okay.
justified me and how I feel about this person. I found out last night that apparently Tony Schiavone was the one who pitched to Vince Russo the idea to put the WCW title on David Arquette. And that's why it happened.
That's
Did
hilarious.
you guys know this?
And not.
So
I did not know that
when-
that was Shivani's idea.
when either of you watch it, you'll see the story. But according to Russo, he says, the
Oh, I
booking
don't know
was
if I
done,
trust
everything
Russo
was set.
though.
No, Tony. No, but I looked into it afterwards. If you go look online, like afterwards, Tony Schiavone himself confirms it was his
okay.
idea, and he defends it, and he still defends it to this day. I learned all this in the last 24 hours. Trust me, I went into it because I thought the same thing as you. I'm like, oh, Vince Russo. he doesn't
They
know
brought
shit.
eyes to the table, man.
Um,
Shivani was right.
But no, so the booking was done. DDP was going to retain. It was all good. They were done. Everyone left the room. Schiavone comes in, goes to Vince, says, "Hey, what do you think about this?" And then Russo loved it, brought everybody back in, ran it by everybody. And then Russo claims everybody loved it. But then from there, DDP and other people are like, I didn't like it. But still, Schiavone defends it. And a piece of shit. Fuck him. Can't stand him.
And the
That sucks.
war between Juice and Tony Schiavone lives on, ladies and gentlemen. And that's
So
where we're
annoying.
going to end tonight's episode with the last words of Juice being, "Fuck you, Tony Schiavone." Ladies and gentlemen, join us next week. We will be doing predictions for Forbidden Door, where two of us will be going to live. So that'll be one hell of a show. Cannot wait. Next week, we will also do more trivia, and I'm not sure what our main event is yet. We're going to figure it out. We'll let you guys know. Pay attention during the week.
I have an idea.
Have a good night, and we'll see you same time, same place next week. Adios, everybody.
Peace out, Cub Scouts. I got to do the intro next